This is 1, 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 in row 5, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 in row 4, right on around. And in the books there is a diagram that shows you.
Is it just the bolt on the top and like it slides?
That's it, slides right in. Single bulb. Yep. You let this system run in auto. Maybe once every 2 months you have to lift them and clean them. You basically have our Aquarite 40HO Gen 2 system. They have their own IP addresses. Everything in here has its own alarms. That has its own alarms, plus the whole system has whole sets of alarms. Okay. So again, the modules, basically keep them closed all times. Okay, locked. That's, again, I know you're indoors, but we don't want moisture in here. Okay, they come with covers. You guys don't need them. All the covers do, if these do get unlocked, we don't want the moisture from this dripping down into the ballast. Okay. They have their own heaters, they have their own fans. So again, once you basically open one up, you're gonna see your DCA board. 019 is the firmware that's set up. 011 is the IP address, that's 12. If you ever get another one, it'll be 13. Most smaller plants, they like just doing one, saying a year and a half, 2 years down the road, okay, now I need 40 new lamps. You know, they replace them. This system's back up and running. This is basically your backup. I think the max flow you guys are doing here is 1 million gallons. This will cover it. This one module will cover it, no problem. Okay, so again, that's your IPs. This is your brains of the operation. Each one of these cables go to a ballast. Each one of these talk. They tell you the temperature, you know, if I'm working, if I'm not working, if the bulb's out, if the bulb's lit. Keeps your hours and cycles. Hours and cycles are huge. We don't want the lamps going on, off, on, off. I'd rather see a bulb with 1,000 hours and 20 cycles than a bulb with 1,000 hours and 1,000 cycles. That bulb with 1,000 hours, 1,000 cycles is barely gonna last you 5,000 hours. That one that only has 20, 30 cycles on it, it's gonna last you 15 to 20,000 hours. Basically the way we have our system set up is if it calls right now, we're calling for 5 rows. When the flow goes down, it'll tell row to turn off, but it won't tell it to turn off for 6 hours. And that's what we want. That's what we found is our best number. As the flow goes up, you'll call for more rows. As it goes down, it'll take them out. If it goes up again in between the 6 hours, it'll start the timer all over again. You have a wiper system in here. I have it set up to basically wipe the sleeves once a day. That's all you should need here. Again, as far as cleaning them, 2 weeks from now, lift them. If they look beautiful, move it to a month. If they look beautiful to that, move it to that. You don't have to use the cleaning tank unless they get really, really dirty. Electrician left you a decent amount of cable, so you don't even have to disconnect it. You disconnect the air hose. Lift it up to here, mix CLR, calcium lime rust remover, 50-50 in a 2-gallon spray bottle, spray it, come back 20 minutes, 40 minutes later, close it off, you're done. CLR is safe for the water. You don't want to go over 50% because if it does get on you over 50, it tingles and it's annoying. You have your ballast in here, 20 ballasts for 40 lamps. They all have heat shrink paste on them. On the back, you can see the white sticking through out on the side. When you replace the ballast, you put the paste on. You got it with your spare parts. Basically what that does is you can see this is a channel wall. You can feel the air blowing back here and here. There's 2 fans that blow air through here to keep this wall cool. But a lot of the plants, I just tell them take the pink marking tape, tape it on here, you'll just see them blowing all the time. And then you walk in the room, you see all 4 blowing, you're golden. These fans do not fail. The only thing that usually screws them up is mudbog bees. They build nests in them, and spiders. They actually build nests and clog them off. Take the screen off, basically just take it, shut it down, take a screwdriver, hit the fans in there, and they'll start right back up. Again, you're indoors, you shouldn't have that issue. Again, you have 4 heaters. They're set at 75 degrees. So to keep the moisture out, that's all they're really there to do. The only other thing they're annoying for is if you are working in here, if you touch them, it gets you. Then you have your fans. They come on at 95 degrees, no matter what. Again, to change a ballast, unplug, 7/16 wrench, take it off, it pops right off the wall. There's the same screw at the bottom, but it's a clip. Clip it in, push it back with your paste, tighten it up, plug it in, you're done. Change a lamp, lift it up, take the clips off. Okay, this is hot. Clip off, clip onto the new one, there's 2 of them. Slide your new lamp in, plug it back in. These are mini air vents. Let's a little air in, okay? We don't want it to be totally hot. Again, you have your air compressor. This isn't tied into our system, but I think they put a timer on the wall over there. I think it's gonna go off once a day for 15 minutes. And all that's doing is churning up anything on the bottom. Blows air straight up and just helps keep them clean. That's big for plants that have algae issues and a lot of sand going through and EE and all that. Don't do your sampling when that's running, because now you're churning the stuff up. To undo a module, this is your communication cable. These are protected. It used to be they plug in here. Everybody steps down in the middle, you rip them out. Now you basically unscrew that, Cat 5, plug it back in, screw it on, you're done. When you take these off, there's a cover to go over that. There's a cover to go over this. Then you have your Meltrix connector. Basically undo, clip. When you go to put it back together, you got a red dot, line them up, pop it back in, you're done. This is for your cleaning exerciser. If you wanted to run your wiper in here, you can plug that in with the exerciser. Lift the thing up, hit the wiper on the screen, which I'll show you. Let it do it while it's cleaning itself. You're golden.
How do I lift this out in order to put it in there if I need it?
I'll show you. So with that, you bring your crane over. No, last time I was doing this, when I was hitting it down, it didn't want to do it. If I jiggle this, there it goes, see? There's a loose connection up there. Yeah, that was on their to-do list last time I was here. You can see it says fan side. It's offset a little bit, just help lift it straight up. So yeah, see it stopped again? As soon as I jiggle it, I'm up. You can lift it up that high. You can go a little higher if you want by just disconnecting your air hose. Now I can go higher up because, like I said, they left a decent amount of cable on here. If you look down here in between the lamps, you'll see the little air holes. That's what blows it up if this was connected and that was on. And actually, we could do that one once we're done. Let me shut it off. It's picking up because I killed the other one. You have your wiper system here. They're supposed to be loose like this. They have 2 wipers in each one. This is something we've done too.
And that's all you have to do to put them on and off. Is just basically twist it a little bit.
That's
slide
it.
around. Oh
Yep.
my God, so much better.
Oh yeah.
Not the rubber squeeze.
No, and not the old we used to have.
Solution in it.
And it has 2. So the nice part now is, let's just say you lift this one up. This one looks dirtier than this one. All you do is just give it an extra crank down. Now it's squeezing it more. But basically, you just tighten so it clicks. Then you're ready to do another one.
Oh, that's so much easier.
Let me turn this one back on so this won't, and then I'll show you how the wiper works. So module 2, wiper control. Takes 9 minutes down, 9 minutes up. All this doing, taking the heavy debris off of it. It'll go down, it'll hit this rod, it'll hit the spring clip. Once it hits that, it says, okay, I turn around and come back up. So it hits this spring clip, and then it shuts itself off. We always store it in the upper position.
And what's that all made out of?
All stainless, everything's stainless. But I set this up to do once a day. For some reason, somewhere down the road, you guys start getting an algae issue, you can change it to 4 times a day. You'll get 5 to 7 years out of these right now, the wiper ring. You do it by half, then you're getting 3 to 4, or 2 to 3. You go by every 6 hours. And the only plants I have that have to do that, I mean, I have plants that grows the algae this tall in 2 days. But the wiper, all it's doing is just pushing it down, and then it just springs back anyway. They gotta clean them. Simple system, keep it in auto, it'll take care of itself. You'll never have to do anything in the troughs. You do have a UVT. It's gotta probably come out and get cleaned maybe once a month. Personally, I would tell them to make this bigger. You don't have to lift this cover off every time.
When would you use
If you don't do them with the CLR, you let them get nasty. So with this, mix the pH. You got a 50-pound bag of citric acid somewhere here. Usually for that size tank, 1 Folgers coffee cup, and dump it in there. Mix it 2.5 to 3 pH. Sit it in there 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Put the bubbler on, and it should come out clean. If they're dirty, you can leave them overnight if you have to.
Just spray the lens with DI water.
That's it, just DI water, yeah. You can see it's reading, I think 80. That's terrific.
Does it rotate the banks, like which lights are running with the rows?
I could do that.
That
Yeah.
way we're not just burning out the same front ones.
Well, again, that's totally up to you guys. Plants that I do like that have 4 or 5 modules, say 6, it's all fine and dandy until they all of a sudden need lamps. And now they need, instead of 40 lamps, let's just say 6, now they need 240. And they don't have it in their budgets. So that's why a lot of them don't, switch back and forth. Keep it on that one, and then you just got to replace the 40 lamps 2 years down the road.
Right, but when I'm saying on that one that I'm running, I want to
Oh, yeah.
take those.
If you're taking them, this will pick up.
And then when it looks like we got to change bulbs,
Right.
shut that down,
Yeah.
put these on a rotation,
Yeah.
replace those bulbs.
2 lamps go out in any row, or 2 adjacent lamps, it's an alarm. 2 adjacent lamps out, it's going to kick on another row automatically.
Okay.
We lose communications here. Add a module, add both modules. It's going to kick everything on until you get communications back. But that has its own backup battery. It'll last 2 to 3 days. Just for the PLC and the HMI. With this, like I said, just mix it. Don't fill it all the way up. Wait till you get that thing in there. And then you don't have to empty this. I don't know if you have a bypass valve on this going outside, probably, right? Some plants do, some just put a pump in there. As long as you put it in here clean, you can leave this in here for years. You really shouldn't have to use this. If you pick these up, spray them, and if they look like that, you don't even have to use CLR, just hose them off.
How about green scratch pads on the bulbs if they start getting older and if there is algae in the water, like start to burn to the lens?
Yeah.
Use green scratch pads.
Yeah, that's it. Scotch-Brite's fine. The only time you're going to see the white, it's going to be like up in this little section. Wiper only comes up to here because this isn't even in the water. This is basically where your water line starts. You never want to run them without water. You actually can't run them without water because we have level sensors up there. High level, 64 inches, going to shut it down. Low level, 55 inches, going to shut it down. Weirs, you can't go wrong unless there's a leak. Go